He disappeared in 2001. Just a man who disappeared in 2001, and his email, logged in yesterday. The night Michael Langford disappeared, campus life carried on, at least on the surface. But beneath the ordinary, a web of uneasy memories began to form. We spoke to those who knew him best. First, his roommate, Alex Kim. He left in a rush, said he was late for a party, but he kept looking over his shoulder like he expected someone. He stuffed a flash drive in his jacket, wouldn't say why. I asked if he was okay. He just said, "If anything happens, check my inbox." I thought it was a joke. I haven't slept right since. Next, Lisa Tran, a close friend. Mike was distracted that week. He'd skip meals, wouldn't answer calls. Once I caught him staring at the computer lab clock like he was counting down to something. I heard rumors. People said he was into something big. Some said he'd hacked a professor's email. Others whispered about a secret group. But Mike never shared details. He just kept saying, "It's almost over." Campus security guard Officer Dale Harper remembers the night. I was making rounds by the South Quad, saw Mike walking fast, head down. He wasn't alone. There was a guy a few steps behind him, hood up, hands in pockets. I asked if everything was all right. Mike nodded, but he looked pale. The other guy never looked up. I thought it was nothing. I wish I'd asked more. Rumors spread fast. Some said Mike was running from someone. Others claimed he was planning to disappear, start a new life. But no one could agree on the truth. And then, a chilling detail. A student who prefers to stay anonymous came forward. I was leaving the library around midnight. I saw someone, pretty sure it was Mike, standing by the old willow near the bus stop. He was talking to himself, or maybe to someone on the phone. But here's the thing. When I passed by, the phone wasn't even on. He just stared at me, eyes wide. Then he disappeared into the shadows. I never saw him again. Each story adds another layer, each memory, another question. What really happened to Michael Langford that night? Inside the police precinct, the Langford case quickly became a tangled knot. Official transcripts reveal the chaos beneath the surface. Detective Ramirez, lead investigator, grilled Alex Kim late into the night. Detective Ramirez, Alex, you said he left for a party, but no one remembers him arriving. Did he ever mention feeling threatened? Alex, he was scared, okay? He said someone was watching him, but he wouldn't say who. Detective Ramirez, did you recognize the name Orion? He wrote it in his planner, underlined 3 times. Alex, no, I've never heard that before. Meanwhile, Lisa Tran's interview only deepened the mystery. Detective Singh, Lisa, did Mike leave anything behind? Notes, messages, anything? Lisa, just this. Sound of a plastic bag crinkling. I found it in his textbook. Detective Singh, reading. Don't trust the clocks. Midnight is a lie. Do you know what this means? Lisa, voice trembling. No, but he was obsessed with the computer lab clock. The evidence table grew crowded, a flash drive wiped clean, unexplained fingerprints on Mike's dorm window, a cryptic note scrawled in red ink, then a chilling new lead. The night after Mike vanished, campus police received a phone call from a blocked number. The caller whispered, "He's not missing, he's hidden." The line went dead. Detectives clashed over theories. Some believed Mike staged his own disappearance, others saw signs of a calculated abduction. No one could explain the mounting contradictions, conflicting timelines, unreliable witnesses, missing surveillance footage. As the investigation deepened, so did the confusion. Each answer led to more questions, and with every passing day, the shadow around Michael Langford only grew darker. Just when investigators thought the case had hit a dead end, a new piece of evidence jolted the Langford file back to life. It began with an unmarked envelope, slid beneath the precinct door in the early hours of a rainy Thursday. Inside, a single photograph, grainy and underexposed. The image showed a shadowy figure standing outside the campus computer lab. Time stamped at 12:03 a.m., the night Michael vanished. The face was obscured, but the figure clutched something metallic, possibly a keycard, possibly something else. Detectives raced to trace the origin of the photo. The metadata was wiped. The campus security system reported no activity at that hour. The camera that snapped the picture didn't officially exist. When digital forensics examined the flash drive from the evidence table, they found a single, corrupted file. After hours of restoration, all that remained was a fragment of audio, a distorted voice repeating, "Orion knows, midnight is never what it seems." Then, another anonymous tip arrived. This time a cryptic email sent to the lead detective. Subject line, "You're looking in the wrong place." The message body was blank, except for an attached map of the campus with the old observatory circled in red. Was it a warning, a taunt, or a clue, planted by someone who knew more than they let on? As investigators scrambled to follow these new leads, the lines between truth and illusion blurred even further. Was Michael Langford hiding in plain sight? Or had someone gone to extraordinary lengths to erase him? Each revelation only deepened the uncertainty, leaving friends, family, and detectives haunted by a single, unanswerable question. If the evidence itself can lie, how can anyone be sure what really happened to Michael Langford? Inside the dimly lit police station, the rain outside tapping against the windows, a new chapter in the Langford case quietly unfolds. A woman, her face half hidden beneath a hood, sits across from detectives, her hands trembling, voice barely above a whisper. She introduces herself as Clara Jensen, a graduate student who worked late nights in the astronomy lab. Until now, she had remained silent, haunted by what she saw the night Michael Langford vanished. Detective, Clara, can you tell us what happened that night? Clara, voice shaky. I was heading back from the observatory around midnight. I heard voices near the computer lab. I saw Michael. He wasn't alone. There was someone with him. A tall man in a dark coat. They were arguing quietly at first. Then the man handed Michael something. It looked like a small envelope. Detective, did you recognize the man? Clara hesitates, gripping her hands tightly. Clara, no. But he moved strangely, like he was trying to hide his face from the cameras. I was scared. I left before they saw me. Shadowy figures under the harsh glow of a campus lamp. A quick exchange. An envelope passes between hands. Michael glances over his shoulder, anxious. Detective, why are you coming forward now? Clara, after I saw the news about the photo, I realized that I might have seen the same man. But what I remember most is Michael's face. He looked desperate, like he knew he was in trouble. The detective slides a photo across the table, a blurry still from the mysterious image. Clara nods, voice trembling. Clara, that's him. That's the man I saw with Michael. Then, Clara produces something she's kept hidden all this time, a torn scrap of paper she found near the lab entrance that night. On it, a hastily scrawled message. Meet at Orion. Midnight, don't be late. This new evidence directly contradicts earlier timelines, placing Michael outside the computer lab well after he was supposedly last seen. The detectives exchange uneasy glances as the case takes another sharp turn. As Clara's testimony ends, the room is heavy with a new tension. Could this hidden witness finally unlock the truth behind Michael Langford's disappearance, or is the mystery only deepening? One thing is certain, every answer seems to spawn more questions, and somewhere in the darkness, the real story remains just out of reach. Inside a dimly lit cyber forensics lab, the hum of computers and the glow of countless monitors fill the air. The digital landscape becomes the new battleground as investigators shift their focus from the shadows of the campus to the depths of cyberspace. On screen, lines of code scroll rapidly. Investigators huddle around a terminal, eyes narrowed as they trace the mysterious login from the campus library's server logs, an access that happened just minutes before Michael Langford was last seen. Detective Ramirez leans forward, voice steady. "We've isolated the login timestamp. Run the IP trace. Check for any anomalies in the access pattern." The cyber analyst, fingers flying across the keyboard, responds. "There's a masked VPN, but look, there's a loopback. Someone tried to cover their tracks, but they left a digital fingerprint. Here, an encrypted folder. Looks like it was accessed remotely." A screen overlay reveals a flurry of encrypted messages. The investigators decrypt one, revealing a chilling exchange. Message 1, Orion Midnight, no mistakes this time. Message 2, understood. If anyone asks, you never saw me. Detective Ramirez, that matches the note Clara found. Whoever sent this knows more than they're letting on. Suddenly, a digital intrusion alert flashes. The analysts track the signal in real time, pinpointing a location just off campus. They mobilize, tension mounting as they prepare for a confrontation. Cut to a dark apartment, screens reflecting in the glasses of a lone figure, fingers poised over a keyboard. The door bursts open. Investigators move in. Detective Ramirez. "Step away from the computer, hands where we can see them!" The suspected hacker freezes, caught mid-command. On the monitor, an unfinished message reads, "They're getting close, I have to disappear." As the scene fades, the digital evidence now in police hands, a new threat emerges. Was this hacker a pawn, or the mastermind pulling the strings? The investigation is far from over, and the digital trail may be the key to unraveling the Langford mystery once and for all. Inside the Langford family home, the walls are lined with faded photographs, smiling faces frozen in time masking the turmoil that now fills these rooms. The camera lingers on trembling hands clutching a worn photo of Michael as family members gather in the living room, their faces etched with grief and suspicion. The air is thick with unspoken words. In a dimly lit corner, Michael's mother Evelyn wipes away tears as she speaks to the camera. Evelyn, voice trembling. "We were always close, but lately, Michael, he seemed distant. There were things he wouldn't tell me, things I wish I'd understood sooner." Cut to Michael's younger brother Daniel, his jaw clenched in frustration. Daniel, "Everyone thinks we're this perfect family, but they don't see what goes on behind closed doors. Dad was always hard on him, sometimes too hard." A transcript appears on screen, a heated argument recorded just days before Michael vanished. Father, voice raised. "You're throwing away your future, Michael. I won't let you drag this family down." Michael, defiant. "Maybe if you listened for once, you'd understand why I have to do this." Mother, pleading. "Please, both of you stop. This isn't helping anyone." The voices echo as the camera pans to a cluttered desk in Michael's room. Daniel opens a drawer, revealing a sealed envelope hidden beneath a stack of textbooks. The family gathers, tension mounting. Evelyn's hands shake as she unfolds the letter. Her voice breaks as she reads aloud. Evelyn, reading. "If you're reading this, I'm sorry. There are things I can't explain right now. Things I had to do to protect us. Please remember, I love you all. Don't look for me." The room falls silent, the weight of Michael's words settling over the family old wounds resurface, and the possibility of betrayal looms large. As secrets unravel and motives come to light, the Langford family is forced to confront the possibility that Michael's disappearance was not just a random act, but the result of hidden tensions and choices made in the shadows. With the discovery of Michael's letter, the investigation takes a deeply personal turn. What was Michael protecting, and from whom? The camera fades in on the stark, fluorescent-lit walls of a police interrogation room. A single chair sits across from Detective Carter, her hands folded, eyes fixed on the figure slumped before her. The mysterious hacker, now unmasked as Michael's childhood friend, Lucas Hayes. "Lucas, it's time. The evidence, your messages, the digital trail, the testimony from the secret witness. It all leads back to you. Why did you help Michael disappear?" Lucas's hands tremble. He glances up, eyes rimmed with guilt and fear. Michael. He was in trouble. The threats, the pressure from his father, he couldn't take it anymore. He asked me to help him vanish, to erase his tracks. I didn't think it would go this far. Cut to a flashback montage. Michael, late at night, slipping out of his childhood home. Lucas, waiting in a parked car, exchanging hurried words, a secret farewell. Michael's letter left behind, the family's grief, the police searching in vain. Back in the interrogation room, Detective Carter slides a folder across the table. Inside, photos of Michael, alive, taken by a private investigator weeks after his disappearance. He's living quietly in a distant town, a new name, a new life. We found him, Lucas. He's safe. But the pain left behind, his family deserves the truth. Cut to Evelyn and Daniel, tears streaming down their faces as they watch a recorded message from Michael. I'm sorry I couldn't say goodbye. I had to protect you from the threats I brought home. I hope one day you'll understand. I love you. A final montage plays, the Langford family holding each other, Lucas facing the consequences but relieved, Detective Carter closing the case file, and Michael, at peace in his new life. The truth is finally revealed. Michael Langford's disappearance was not just a vanishing act, it was a desperate bid for freedom, love, and protection. With the case closed, the family and the audience are left with answers, closure, and the hope that healing can begin. The screen flickers to static, then fades into a dimly lit home studio. Audio waveforms ripple across a computer screen as a new voice cuts through the silence. The host of the viral podcast, Unsolved, echoes. Tonight we're reopening the Michael Langford case, a story the world thought was closed. But what if the truth is still out there, waiting in the shadows? Cut to grainy footage, the podcaster, headphones on, sifting through boxes of forgotten police reports and yellowed photographs. A montage rolls, phone calls to former neighbors, emails to retired detectives, interviews with classmates who never spoke before. A voice, distorted for anonymity, whispers, I saw Michael the night he disappeared. But he wasn't alone, someone else was watching from the woods. The podcaster leans in, tension building. Who was it? Why haven't you come forward until now? Silence. Then the witness replies, I was scared, I still am. But there's something you need to see. A new piece of evidence slides across the table, a torn piece of Michael's jacket, found miles from where he was last seen. The camera lingers on the fabric, stained and weathered by time. The podcaster's voice grows steady, urgent. If Michael vanished by choice, why does this clue exist? Who else was out there that night? Music swells, a chill fills the air. The episode ends with the podcaster's haunting question. What if Michael Langford's story isn't over, and someone out there doesn't want the real truth to surface? Fade to black. The mystery deepens. The camera drifts through the silent Langford household, shadows cast long by the setting sun, dust motes floating in the still air. On the mantel, family photos gather dust, Michael's smiling face frozen in time. Soft footsteps echo through the hallway as his mother clutches an old sweater, breathing in the faded scent, her eyes brimming with uncried tears. Cut to the dining table, plates set for dinner, but one seat remains empty. Michael's father stares at the untouched food, his hands trembling. In the background, a clock ticks, each second a painful reminder of absence. A sudden argument breaks the silence. Michael's older sister slams her fist on the table, frustration spilling over. We can't keep living like this, waiting for someone who might never come back. Her voice cracks, torn between anger and heartbreak. Their father's response is a whisper, raw and broken. He's still our son. I can't give up. Montage Christmas mornings with unopened gifts, missed birthdays marked by a single candle. Family members glancing at the door every time it opens. Hope flickers with every phone call, only to be dashed by disappointment. Michael's little brother, now a teenager, scrolls through old messages on his phone, rereading the last words Michael ever sent. In a quiet moment, Michael's mother sits alone, penning letters she'll never send. Her voice, barely audible, reads, Wherever you are, I hope you know we never stopped searching. We never stopped loving you. The scene closes on the family gathered in the living room, hands joined, eyes closed, united in grief, yet divided by the silence Michael left behind. Their longing is palpable, the question unspoken, will they ever find peace, or will this mystery haunt them forever? Music fades, leaving only the sound of the wind outside, carrying their unanswered prayers into the night. A new ripple disturbs the stagnant waters of the Langford case. Late one night, an anonymous email arrives in the inbox of Michael's sister. The subject line is simple. You're not alone. Attached is a screenshot from an old university message board, dated just weeks after Michael vanished. The post reads, "Shadows move where the lights should be. The watchers mark the missing, but not all who vanish are lost. Follow the pattern. The chessboard is bigger than you think. ML wasn't the first. He won't be the last." The family gathers around a laptop, the glow casting anxious faces into sharp relief. Michael's father frowns, voice tense. What does it mean? Is someone playing a cruel game, or is this a real clue? The investigators pore over the message, analyzing every word, every timestamp. One detective notes the strange references to watchers and the chessboard. Could this be a warning or a taunt from someone involved? Michael's little brother, eyes wide, whispers, "What if this is bigger than just Michael?" A montage flashes across the screen, other university students who disappeared under mysterious circumstances, overlapping news clippings, red strings connecting names and dates on a corkboard. Theories ignite online. Is there a secret society at play, a cover-up, or just the wild imaginings of an internet troll? As the family's hope reignites, so too does their uncertainty. The camera lingers on the cryptic message, questions multiplying in the darkness. Is this the breakthrough they've been waiting for? Or another cruel twist in a mystery with no end? The screen fades to black, the message lingering like a ghost on the screen, daring viewers to decipher its secrets. The screen flickers with static, the timeline of the Langford case paused in uneasy silence. Then, an email arrives just past midnight. The message is simple. "I'm safe. Please come to the Old Willow at sunrise. Michael." Dawn breaks. The Langford family gathers at the meeting place, hearts pounding with hope and fear. Michael steps from the shadows, older but unmistakably himself. His mother gasps, tears streaming down her face. They rush to embrace him. Father, siblings, all overcome with relief. Michael whispers, "I'm sorry, I missed you every day." Apologies and forgiveness flow. Michael explains the threats, the fear, and the desperate choices that kept him away. The family listens, holding his hands, promising that the past is forgiven and that healing begins now. News of Michael's return spreads. The community gathers, offering support, sharing tears and smiles. A montage, Michael laughing with his siblings, helping his mother in the kitchen, walking through the town with his father, shows the family rebuilding what was lost. Michael stands in the sunlight, finally at peace. The pain of the past lingers, but hope shines brighter. The Langfords, together at last, look to the future, grateful, changed, and unbreakable. The music swells, soft and uplifting as the camera pans over the reunited family and a town beginning to heal. The mystery is over. Michael Langford is home, and for the first time in years, hope fills the air, fade to warm light. The Langford story ends, not in darkness but in love, forgiveness, and a new beginning.